It was... I'm not going to argue this.
No, Max. Just no. Stop right there.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry. I left at a really important time. Did he really mean Isaac Newton when he said it?
No,
Okay, darn.
No. I don't know if Isaac Newton had any obsessions with the Bibles, but it appears...
Well, he dedicated a lot of his time, I just looked it up, dedicated much of his time to the study of biblical chronology and alchemy. So both are
So
correct.
both, yes.
Yeah, both. So we're both correct, strangely enough. Isn't that?
Biblical
Great minds think
chronology.
completely separately.
Both my good minds
I'll
are
switch to 9.
right. I don't know. It's kind of funny because my father once said that the worst fights come when both sides are right.
Actually, his...
Funny.
Stone.
Okay,
so
so this...
Very cool. Okay.
Philosopher's Stone, yay.
Be down lower.
I'm sorry, Vizzy. Watching you draw has made me want to draw too, so that's kind of what I'm doing.
So you go for
I've
it.
gotten way too into the conversation, and of course now I'm like so worried about Spotty that like I gotta be watching the chat like a hawk.
I thought between the three of you...
Spotty deserves our
I don't like
love,
talking over
affection, and
people.
attention.
There's somebody else watching because it's my laptop, Tinker's computer, Max's computer,
It's my laptop.
and your laptop. That's 4 people.
How many viewers do I have?
7.
Oh, yay!
2
Yeah.
accounted for.
Well, that's fine. They don't have to talk.
Okay.
They
No,
could
they
be
don't
here for the conversation. Which is not about ParaNorman.
So far,
By the way, well, you know, I mean, we could be done talking about ParaNorman. I just, like, get it,
I don't know.
get it all out, you know?
Are we supposed to be spoiler free because we've kind of done like a couple things?
It's been out for years.
okay.
Like, I'm sorry to... Maybe I should have said warning spoilers ahead in my journal or whoever I told, but I don't care. Warning spoilers for ParaNorman, whoever's watching. If you don't want to hear the spoilers, then get out now.
True. And if anybody does want to join the chat, you may just try typing something, hit enter, and it should give you the option to stick a name in there, and you can post anonymous if you want, or, you know.
Yes, I specifically went to Livestream because you can have chats.
Yep. Again, you don't
Anonymously.
have to because no one is being forced to do anything. It's just that I realize that people who are new to Livestream may not know how. If they do know how, that's cool too.
Oh, that's interesting.
So let's do
Oh, that's
that.
just cool.
He's probably got... I think he's got the pocket in the front.
Now, does live stream not allow for gaming stream?
I don't...
Is it just that you go because I don't know because like Twitch TV is nothing but, and if you do anything besides gaming, they'll take it down. But
Oh, really?
yeah, Twitch TV is dedicated to live streaming games. However, I was just curious because that means that there's a lot of competition, obviously. So
You know, I don't know, hun.
Are you
Yeah,
guys
really.
like seeing this? Like how Foxy is like
I'm watching.
perfectly-
Yeah, I'm watching this.
like look how she is literally like bending the arms like with perfect precision. She's doing this before she even even the concept of the pockets came into being.
Yeah, Max, it gets on my nerves because I sit down and I do like a 2-hour-long sketch, right?
Yeah.
And then like I do the line art, and it doesn't look as good as when she's half done sketching. Like her
Like-
sketch is my line art, man.
True.
Oh, just look how awesome this is. Ah. I swear. And Foxy, you used to be like have those self-esteem issues. It's-
Well,
yeah.
you know what? I'm very glad because my past couple live streams, my drawings have been great during them. Like, I was really...
And the tradition continues.
I was really scared about this one because the style is just so crazy. And I don't hate it. I love it. So I was really nervous as to how this was going to turn out.
I don't.
And so far, I love it.
That's what we're freaking talking about, hun. Why the heck would somebody with your talents even have that phase of, oh gee, I wonder if this is gonna look good?
Seriously, literally, she like
Why wouldn't anyone have that? I mean, like...
she
Or
drew
don't you get
anime.
worried? Like...
I'm a terrible, terrible, terrible comparison, sweetie.
Fine.
So,
I
somebody else.
Sweetie,
Ask somebody else.
what was the first thing I said at pre-Cana? It was like freaking, I get nervous being put on the spot.
And Spotty B has an excellent
artist's
source of
worst
philosophy
critic.
right here.
Yeah.
What's that?
An artist's worst critic is usually themselves.
That's so freaking true. I can, like, there is nothing more true than that.
And you know what, Spotty? You say, of course, it should be anyways, and that's true because it will motivate them to keep improving. But I only want that for an artist in like a healthy dose. I don't want it to completely destroy their self-esteem and their, I don't know, mental stability even. Saying Foxy's that far along yet, but I'm just saying that
The problem was that Foxy literally drew these amazing pictures, and she looked at it and said, I'm never going to amount to anything. I was like, what?
You know what? I should, when I put this
I said it
crap on YouTube, I should put up some freaking old pictures at this point in time, right now. Just put up an old picture, and then we'll see who's the judge of that.
you're talking about your high school crap, aren't you?
No, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Foxy, even in high school.
I was still bad in high. I'm not that old.
When I knew you, sweetie, when I knew you,
When you knew me, I was drawing you crap.
you were not drawing me crap.
I
back
was.
Not even close, Foxy.
Unproportioned
Let me think.
crap.
then. Let me think. Well, that's something that could easily be fixed after the fact. With a nice little shrink and then a redraw.
Well, don't forget, and when I met you in those
Starting to
days,
speak heresy. What's going on here?
I was still in pencil and paper phase,
Right, yeah. I mean,
so I couldn't really shrink. And,
well, you could
You know what
after
I mean.
scanning.
that's true.
But anyways, look, sweetie, the whole point I'm trying to make here is that you got to start somewhere, right? And Max was just saying that. Well, no, he wasn't. But I'm going to extend on what Max was saying and add to it and say
Was trying to
that everybody who succeeds really well at something started somewhere, and it's very, very, very infrequent that it's a gift they were naturally born with.
Well, yeah, hey, give me some credit. You didn't watch my last live stream. I was asked if I was self-taught or had lessons, and I said that I was very proud of the fact that I was self-taught. So I'm proud of what I do fan art wise. How about that?
That's the
Foxy,
best we're going to get.
Foxy, you have your own original art style being featured on a webcomic as we speak.
I also, guys, don't want to turn this into a fluff fest. Not. Let me reword that. A all about me fest.
Ego inflate
We
fest.
stand here,
Yes.
or we sit here,
I mean,
and we watch you draw this amazing picture and
It's-
compliment you for it, and you're like, oh, guys, stop it.
I said that I loved you. I said it. That's what I said. I said I love you guys. But I do want you to look at it every now and then and say something.
Well, for God's sake, sweetie, we didn't give you some frickin' cookies or anything. I mean, I want cookies!
I want cookies. Give me some cookies.
Oh, for goodness sake. You never even told me what, the layout of this picture is going to be. Like,
I wanted it to be a surprise because it's going to be a collaboration between me and Tiggerjet.
Yes.
oh,
See,
shit.
I was thinking about it. I was like, I wonder if Tink still remembers that she offered to do a collaboration with me where I would draw Norman, she would draw Neil. So
Baron
I
Skippy.
brought it up earlier today because I thought, hey, why don't I just draw Norman walking down the street or something and he'd be looking at Neil. So this is what I'm going for.
To address something that Spotty said, I really feel like we're not going to see any Nightmare Before Christmas. Because... Well, Max, what do you think about the movie Nightmare Before Christmas? Did you
Nightmare Before Christmas, obviously it had its good points, but it was inherently like gothically ugly and stuff.
Okay, I think
And
he didn't care too much for it.
Yeah, no, I see where he's coming from. It's not a Christmas movie to the way people make it out.
Oh,
In my
it out to
opinion,
be a Christmas movie before a Halloween movie?
in my opinion,
That's a Halloween movie.
it's always played at Christmas. Always played at Christmas.
What the freaking heck is that nonsense?
In my opinion, it's not a Christmas movie. I'm sorry to
flip
anyone
out.
who likes it. I'm sorry, Tinker. It's not really a Christmas movie. It's
It's not a Christmas movie. I happen to
like
agree with you.
okay.
That's like saying all the slasher movies they make for Jews to watch on Christmas are like, well, I'm sorry, that's not like trying to be,
Wow.
that's not trying to be racist or anything.
No, not
It's
at
literally
all,
what they
right?
do for people who don't celebrate Christmas is that they release movies on Christmas for people who don't celebrate it. So atheists too, I guess, but atheists have a tendency to celebrate it anyway so that their kids can get gifts.
I'm sorry.
So
That was funny.
they just say it's winter solstice instead.
freaking
But
funny.
yeah, it's mostly for Jews. Anyways. It's not a bad thing. I mean, anyways.
This is so fantastically stereotyped.
Seriously.
quiet.
I think I love you
Quiet,
more.
Tinker Chat.
It's fantastic.
Like,
You're not Jewish any more than I am. My grandma. Anyways, there you go. My grandma was Jewish. That makes me. I'm allowed to say it. Just like Obama could probably get away saying racial slurs. Anyways, so, oh my God, it happened. I forgot my original point. No, I didn't. It's those slasher movies that they release on Christmas where it's like Santa Claus, only it's Callaws, and it's like an evil monster dressed as Santa going around killing teenagers.
Right.
That's like saying those are legitimate Christmas movies.
Oh my gosh.
And you know,
No.
my dad and I like to joke and say, Die Hard is totally a Christmas movie, or Lethal Weapon is, because we like action movies, and we like testosterone pumping guns and explosions and fights and everything like that. But those aren't Christmas movies. They just happen at Christmas time. So that's like saying those are Christmas movies.
Yeah, but you don't understand. People assume that stuff that happens at Christmas has to do with the fact that it's Christmas. It's not just another day, it's Christmas.
I have a hard time with people saying that Rise of the Guardians is an Easter movie because Easter is the
What? Who says that?
Hey, we watched
I
it on
know, right?
Easter.
I know. we wanted an excuse to watch it again. We use that as an excuse.
I'm sorry, Panda. Can you hold that thought?
Yeah.
Spotty. That's really cool. If there was a museum where I could see like the ParaNorman figures, I would be so all over that. I would be there. I would be there, and I'd be like, everybody meet me here. This is a freaking museum with ParaNorman figures. Let's go. She said that she went to an expo with Night of the Museum
That would
figurines.
it may have
Be
been
like, I don't know, those
day,
are
but
ParaNorman
it
ones.
it was all about.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm waiting for Max to finish his thought.
I was just gonna say, Fozzie, get to Toronto. Get over here.
Panda, you were talking about Rise of the Guardians being an Easter movie.
Yeah, and Spotty said that that's the time it took place in was Easter, and I was like, you know, I consider that inconsequential.
Well, that's your Die Hard argument. I mean, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie to me, but it still takes place at Christmas.
Yeah, and Lethal Weapon does too.
Sorry, was I thinking? No, Die Hard. Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah,
of that one.
Die Hard and Lethal Weapon both. You're right.
Okay, I just
And Die Hard 2 does again.
had to watch myself there. Do I want to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't think any of these movies could be classified as Christmas movies. And if you get into the argument of what classifies as a Christmas movie, I'd say something that has to do where Christmas is the focus. I mean, in what part of Rise of the Guardians was Easter the focus? It wasn't. It was all about pitch black taking over.
Right. Yeah.
And spreading darkness. I mean, Easter was a part. It was a large part, and the Easter Bunny was a main character, but so was, the Tooth Fairy. Tooth Fairy doesn't have a holiday. Santa doesn't have a holiday. And, of course, Santa Claus was in there, and I wouldn't consider it a Christmas movie, but it even opens up with him And well, I mean, it opens up with Jack Frost, but the first guardian you see is Santa Claus, and rightly so. I mean, it's Santa. It's freaking Santa.
Spotty B's mentioning Home Alone. I wouldn't consider that a Christmas movie, even though it did take place on Christmas. It's not.
The thing is, they did put a lot of emphasis on the wintry feel and everything of it, and
you know what's pretty? I might argue with you on Home Alone, and here's why.
Go on.
Because I think now you know I happen to think that
I haven't seen Home Alone in years, so
I
I'm gonna before you guys start, I'm gonna retreat to the F-bomb shelter.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
here we go.
Yes. Anyways.
Okay, yeah, that's. I'm assuming that that's what that is, but.
But anyways, I'd have to say that with Home Alone, I think they failed at this, by the way. But I really feel like Home Alone was a focus on family. Like, that was the main theme. I know.
I agree.
Which seems, you'd think the main theme was slapstick humor against a couple of guys trying to rob the house the kid is in.
Right.
But, you know, I mean, there were so many things that are kind of in the Christmas spirit. Family, helping, I mean, Candy, what's his name, John Candy? Or Chris Candy?
John Candy was in Home Alone?
Yeah,
Barf from Spaceballs?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, man, I haven't seen Home Alone in a long time.
Well, yeah,
Holy crap, who's John Candy? Oh, is he the uncle?
No, he's a random guy who's driving them home in the semi-truck. The parents.
Oh.
Everybody's coming home in his semi-truck. It's really walk on roll.
Oh, okay.
But like he's like helping them out, you know. He's just some guy driving a truck who's bringing them all back home because they left Kevin there, and
right.
So that's, you know, helping your fellow man, and of course not trusting the guy, the scary dude with the shovel, who ends up, of course, saving them when they're about to bite Kevin's fingers off in his house, and he like bangs him over the head with the snow shovel.
Right.
And, you know, that's that whole of like again, you know, trusting your fellow neighbor and, you know, helping them out and whatnot. And Kevin kind of comes to grips using the Christmas spirit. Doesn't he go to church at one point? Max, do you remember the movie really well? It's been a while since I've seen it too.
I don't recall a church scene.
We all need to watch Home Alone again. Apparently.
That joke is almost in bad taste, but I'm going to laugh at it anyway.
I laughed.
Macaulay Culkin really acted the family parts up.
Oh, okay.
I laughed.
That's pretty funny. Anyways, yeah.
This isn't 0G, Fox. Come on.
I can't help but feel that, you know, it's hard, isn't it? Because whenever you think a Christmas movie, you think something along the lines of what, oh god, sweetie, the Claymations. Who did this?
I'm
Rankin
sorry,
Bass.
but I have to like chime in real quick, comedy. Foxy just realized that, or like, acknowledged that she understands like the physical attributes of a person in 0G. Like, what was that, Foxy? Like, why'd you say that about like the 0G?
It's not 0G because I'm trying to imagine him walking, and it kind of looked like one of my poses where they're like,
and this just
jumping.
played out in your head before you even like got to like the lower part of the leg.
Yes.
Exactly what you need to do.
Yes.
This is what I'm freaking talking about, dude. This is the stuff she does.
This is what artists
Go back to
do, and she's an
Right back
artist,
to
and she's
Jen.
good. Dankeschön.
How was the
yeah.
shelter?
Back to the, see, I'm going to finish up my thought real quick, because I could talk for hours about this. But
that's why I have it here.
whenever you think Christmas stuff, you usually go to like the Rankin Bass stuff, which is, it involves a direct story around Santa or Christmas or something, or, you know, a Christmas story.
Oh, you've been spamming me. That's what that was.
And yeah, I spammed you. Sorry, sweetie. You don't have to look at it now. It's for later. I didn't want to forget it. I wanted to close out Chrome. But anyways, yeah. with Home Alone, it doesn't really focus around the themes of Christmas per se, but Christmas plays a large part in the movie, and family and helping people out and, you know, being friendly to your neighbor and everything like that are
all staples of Christmas.
And the Bible, which, you know, is very important to Christmas too. So
Honor thy father and thy mother and all that.
I don't know if I would personally claim Home Alone.
Like,
I know the Ten Commandments.
Honor thy father and mother and that crap.
I think
Hey, I didn't need a
the way he
Bible
said
to
it.
teach it to me, okay?
Anyways. I don't know if I would personally consider Home Alone a Christmas movie, but I don't know how well I could argue against somebody who does because of those things.
Well, you just told me that you would argue with me on it. So what's the point of all that?
While I was talking about it, I was like, you know, it's such a comedy, and I mean,
You realized how wrong you were.
as heavily influenced that Christmas is on almost every single plot point in the movie, it doesn't really focus on Christmas itself. So,
Trying to save face and butt.
I'm not trying to say I am not. Because if she wanted to, she comes over here and smacks me anyway.
Hey, I am drawing for everyone's entertainment.
I shall now smack
We now
the
have
Panda
yet
Man for
another-
everyone's entertainment.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we are up to 4 besides ourselves. Unless anybody is watching it on 2 screens. Which I am not.
I am watching
nope.
it on 2 screens.
Yes, Foxy
you are?
needs to draw
Yeah, I
Batman.
told you that I'm watching it on my laptop also.
Foxy needs to draw Batman. Foxy needs to draw like the.
But I have been, like, I didn't just start doing that.
Foxy
like,
needs
when
to
you
draw
come-
the 1980s Batman.
Adam West Batman?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah! The Adam West Batman. That's Michael Keaton, Max.
What?
Adam West is 60s.
60s, whatever.
Keaton is the 80s.
Okay.
Adam
Yes.
West.
That's right. 64. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, get it straight, Max.
Yeah, whatever.
Keaton is best Batman. I have no animosity towards Adam West and his cheesiness. But
Nobody messes with Adam Wee.
And then he became only good at playing one role, and that is Adam West.
I know.
Well, oh my gosh,
amazing.
like Adam West is Batman, like 1960s
60s.
Batman. Yeah, 60s.
60s.
I can't even comprehend like the 60s anymore. I'm like,
When could you ever comprehend the 60s? When was it that you sat down by yourself on the toilet just thinking to yourself, you know what, the 60s might have been just like this, and empathized with the individuals living in that time period?
dude, I'm just, it's,
Dude.
dude,
60s.
Every point is made
Dude, 60s.
with that much more emphasis, with the dude exclamation coming first. Dude.
Dude.
Now I know it's
60s.
serious talk because we have opened up the argument with dude.
Dude. 60s, dude. Dude.
Dude.
Dude.
60s.
Dude.
The end.
60s, dude. Dude.
But for crying out loud, the 80s are now like as long ago as like the 60s were for our parents.
Max. My parents were born in the 40s.
Yes. That's
Sweetie, your parents were late bloomers. And I mean that in the best possible way. My parents were born in the 60s.
Okay.
I think that's what he means, right?
right.
And I was born in the 80s, right?
Yes.
Well, I think we all were. Were you born?
Yeah. I'm
90s girl.
No, I think she's a 90s girl.
Were you a 90s girl?
I think, because she's almost the same age as my brother. I think she's just a little bit older than him. My brother was not. Well, my brother was 90. Wait, she might not.
As soon as I brought up the 60s,
I
she
don't
just
know.
ran back into the F.
Yeah.
Of course, she might not want that to be on my live stream, so,
Batman. Well, as long as it's not the freaking Nolan. Chris. I almost said Nolan North.
Why on earth would I do that?
No,
Come
no.
on, it's
like
me.
seriously,
I'd
the
sooner
60s
draw
Batman
Spider-Man,
would
which
be
sounds like a good idea because I freaking love Spider-Man. Not that much, I guess, because I don't know anything about it.
Batman. She likes George Clooney and Val Kilmer Batman. Then.
Hey. Well, that's not surprising. They're both Tim Burtons.
George Clooney and Val Kilmer.
Oh yeah, that's right. He didn't do
Yeah,
the two,
Tim
right?
Burton did the first Batman and Batman Returns, and then it was
Sweetie, you're
Sam.
shaking the table quite a bit. Would you?
Oh, sorry.
Why are they known as the Nipple Batman?
Honey.
Because
Thank you.
sorry, sweetie. Yeah, let me just pull off the table together.
Like, every time I tell you you're sorry, and it shakes a lot more. I'm like,
I'm sorry. Anyways, they're called the Nipple Batman, or Batman, I guess, because it's Clooney after Kilmer, but
because the suits had
the
nipples.
suit had nipples on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Clooney's was unforgivably, like,
Nipplish.
yeah, unforgivably, what's the word I'm looking for?
Nipplish.
I'm not looking for the word nipplish.
Unforgivably nipplish. Come on. You know you want to say it.
I'm looking for a word like similar to vibrant or obvious. I guess like unforgivably obvious. Like the nipples were very standout.
There you go.
Yeah, very standoutish. Apparent, like in any light. Whereas with Val Kilmer, it had like these little milk dud nipple parts in the suit, like in the right light, you could see a shadow from it. But George Clooney's looked like he was standing out in the freaking cold the whole time, which is ironic because that's the one with Mr. Freeze.
What did you think you would do? You would freeze solid?
No, I didn't think turned on, Spotty. I wasn't trying to think turned on. Which is another reason. George Clooney is smug enough to be turned on by the sound of his own voice, though. So
Lol. You went there.
I did go there, but yeah,
That is awesome.
Raimi, sweet, the same guy who did the awesome Spider-Man movie. He did the Val Kilmer and George Clooney.
Oh
Batman.
yeah, that's right, and it was weird.
Because I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was weird because like, whoa, the first Spider-Man was good. What?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
How can somebody who made Batman and Robin, Batman and Robin, direct Spider-Man?
Hey, it was just the casting people's fault on that part because
It was a lot of people's fault.
yeah.
It was the actor's fault, except for Chris O'Donnell, because he'll do anything because he sucks and nobody else will hire
I was
him.
gonna say because of Chris O'Donnell. It was like,
And you know what? I mean, as campy as it was, what came after Batman Returns? What was the one called Two-Face? And
I think you need to shorten his legs. He looks too big.
shoot, I can't remember what the one Two-Face and the Riddler was called. With the
Forever?
was Batman Forever?
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Batman and
I
Robin.
don't know all the titles.
Which is funny because that's the one where Chris O'Donnell becomes Robin, and then Batman and Robin is the one where they introduce Batgirl. Like, why wouldn't it be Batman and Robin and then Batman and Robin and Batgirl? Like,
I'm Batgirl. Nobody cares.
that one with Jim Carrey as the Riddler. And,
Batgirl never altered her voice, and neither did Robin or Nightwing.
Are we still talking about Batman?
yeah, we're talking about Batman.
Hi, Tay.
Tinker Chat.
Yes.
Were you born in the 90s or the 80s?
89, so I'm kind of on the
Yeah,
bridge there.
she's the tail end. Okay.
the tail end. I am the unloved tail.
Spotty B is enacting Sam Raimi with Batman Forever or Batman and Robin, whichever one, which is, can you turn the light a little bit? I want nipple shadows in this shot.
Oh, it's terrible.
Can you name all the Robins? No! There's like 10 Robins!
Scream, hun. Remember the echo?
Sorry. 10 freaking Robins.
No,
Max probably can.
there was only like.
But I don't really want to
3
talk about
Robins
Batman
so far.
because I don't like Batman. Listen.
You know, here's the funny thing.
what?
I don't even like Batman as a comic book hero as much as other people. I mean, he's still interesting to me, but like the reason to like Batman has nothing to do with Batman. Everybody wants to see what the Joker's going to do, or the Riddler, or what the Penguin's umbrella is going to do this time.
Nobody cares about the Riddler. Don't.
Oh, come
Don't give me
on!
that. Come on, Enigma. You're freaking stupid.
Riddler deserves his creds. I don't know why. Like nobody. Like we've yet to see like a live action Mad Hatter as well. So.
Well,
But I
no.
suppose.
No.
No.
Mad Hatter is way too much of a freaking like that's the other thing. Like Batman, like all comic books, the enemies start to like merge together, and you don't really know the main ones that are always used are the really interesting ones. Mad Hatter is way too much like a cross between the Riddler and Scarecrow, man.
Man. Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, we were talking about 60s empathy here.
That's what the Mad Hatter is, man.
Man.
Pedophile.
Okay, I'm going to change the topic.
That's what Spotty B said that, not me.
I know. No, I'm just saying. It's time to change the topic. So, as I had said earlier, you guys have YouTubes and
Oh, sweetie, we don't have to plug this.
lives. No. Will you let me finish? My question is, we're going to start with Panda. What are your plans? Do you have anything planned that you'd like to share with anyone? Plug you or anything. Let me finish my sentence.
Well, the two people who are watching this stream that don't know who I am, well,
Who cares? You could tell me what your plans are because you don't do that already.
I'm going to make a video explaining what we've been doing recently. First of all, sweetie, I'm going to record some, I don't know, just something random that I feel like playing.
You could use my drawings.
Yeah, I can use your drawings even, yeah.
Are we going back to
Foot's
like
at a weird
stream?
angle. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Max, we're definitely, that's definitely happening because we
streamed-
stream better.
We
I can't
streamed
quit
Sins
there.
of a Solar Empire and like we tried twice, but
Yeah, no, that's not the end of Sins of a Solar Empire, Max, don't worry.
yeah.
I haven't even scratched. You have no idea, man. I've been like educating myself with tutorial videos and like playthroughs, and I'm telling you right now, like there's way too much to this game. It's gonna take a long time before I get a good grasp on it. But
So like when we thought we were getting a feel for it that second time around,
no way. You don't know Jack. Yeah, no, not even close, man. There's influence, and your enemies can like spread propaganda to your planet to make them run more inefficiently. All the way down to 0%, where they don't do anything, and you have to build like broadcasting towers in order to spread
You're
your
shaking the table again.
Jesus, what's wrong with my feet? Anyways, just gonna sit back from my desk to keep this from happening.
Thank you. I'd really appreciate it. Normally it's not a big deal.
I know it's you're trying to draw. But yeah, I'm doing I'm gonna do a video with some games or your drawing in the background. That could be cool.
I'm
too.
just tossing ideas
But
out there.
yeah, I want just a short like news video. They're really vlogs, but I call them news. And just explain what happened. Like the last time I told anything personal on YouTube, I was working at Gameloft still, so I'm gonna have to like mention that I changed jobs and I moved again, and then I moved again. And
Some of your viewers watch me, and I mentioned that we moved.
yeah, so there's that.
So maybe some of them already know. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know if they know that we moved again. Like,
You don't need to know how many times we move. Jeez.
Well, it matters because when we moved the first time, I couldn't record except on weekends.
They don't need to know every time that we moved.
And
I will stand by that.
And so now I'm starting to really come to grips with my drive schedule and how much time I'm going to have with all my other responsibilities and whatnot. Because
Foxy, are those shoelaces?
Instantaneously having responsibilities. Like when I first started the channel, no responsibilities. Now there's the job and the moving and the bills and the grocery shopping, and cleaning and the everything. You know, my responsibilities are on showering, making sure I get 8 hours of sleep. But anyways,